This is a commentary to the AGM report for Food4Macc in March 2018. You can see the PowerPoint presentation that was used as a separate set of slides, and there's a link to that on the website. Our three main activities are community gardens, garden sharing, and encouraging people to buy local food. The community gardens that we've set up since we began in 2009 are now numbering 15, which you can see listed here. The Rowans Care Home and the Macclesfield Railway Station sites are still operated by Food4Macc volunteers, but the others have been handed over to other people to maintain. We also have two new projects in the pipeline, one at the Leisure Centre and one at Lime Green. A little bit more detail of those later. This was the scene at the Rowans Care Home when we replaced the timbers, some of which have become rotten. It was a particularly awful day where it absolutely threw it down with rain, but by the end of the day the beds have been very well rejuvenated. Another fairly horrendous day was when we lay weed-proof fabric and bark on the site by the station approach, just to make the site less needy in terms of maintenance. This was the result after a reasonable blizzard. This is the new site that we're working on, beginning work on this on Monday the 26th of March. We're proposing to build 2 raised beds in this area here, and they're for the use of Careforce, which is a cooperation between the Leisure Centre and the County Council, providing support for people with learning difficulties. The other site we're interested in at the moment is at Lime Green, where there's an existing area of park with some swings and slides and a play area and a tarmac path. And the proposal, which is the subject of a grant application, is to add to the path to make it into a circuit useful for people wanting to exercise, and to add some fruit trees and some raised beds. There's also to be some exercise areas around the track that's created by making a circular path. This is the subject of a grant application, so we won't know when that will go ahead, but it looks like an interesting project for us. We're also offering financial support to local schools if they have any projects which will encourage children to learn more about how food is produced. The allotments are in the process of being transferred between Cheshire East and Macclesfield Town Council, and this is proving to be a very long-winded process. As far as we can tell, not much progress has been made during the last year, which is very disappointing. But when it is completed, the Macclesfield Town Council intend to delegate more management authority to allotment societies so that they can manage the sites for themselves. The garden share scheme has been going for quite a while now, and proved very successful in bringing together people who are looking for somewhere to grow produce and people who've got a garden that they don't use anymore. Very often these are elderly people who haven't got the physical strength to maintain gardens, and they often appreciate both the social contact that they get from having someone working in the garden, and they're also able to share some of their experience of gardening with people who might be beginners. We had sold 7 of these shares back in 2012, and last year we had 14 shares operating, and as far as we know those will continue this year. It's a bit early to tell yet, of course, but we believe that's the case. For a few years we demonstrated apple pressing at the treacle market in the autumn, and we were pleased to see this new company, the Random Apple Company, being set up to actually deal with some of the windfall apples in the area. The idea is that you can take windfall apples to them, they will press them for you, give you half of the juice produced, and they keep half for themselves, which they pasteurise and sell to local shops. In terms of encouraging people to buy local food, as you know, Food4Macc Direct stopped trading back in December 2016 when we felt that we were perhaps taking business away from other local food outlets, and so we've restricted our activities to producing a local food map which shows people where they can buy food in the area, and detailed lists of both producers and retailers of local food. The primary beneficiary of our stopping trading as Food4Macc Direct was the corner plot on Park Lane, which is this is quite an old photograph, and the shop is much better stocked now. It also continues to offer a free veg box delivery service, and yogurt and locally produced milk, quite a wide range of produce. The other success in local food this year is that the local baker, Flour Water Salt, has moved from its premises off Chestergate into these much more prestigious premises, larger premises, where they can offer a coffee shop as well as providing baked bread. On the downside, we were disappointed to see Sutton Lane End's farm shop close when the owners wanted to retire, and similarly Brassington's bakery has closed down. So it's a year of ups and downs as far as local food is concerned. In terms of our membership website and social media, we have 25 paid up members as of the moment. We continue to run our website, and that attracted about 2,500 sessions last year. That's about 7 hits per day. It provides news of what's up and coming, and also a calendar of events. Food4Macc has a Twitter account which has 1,100 followers, and also a Facebook page with 144 followers. The financial report is probably best if you look at this on the PowerPoint slide separately if you don't want to look at the figures in detail, but in general we have a fairly healthy position where we have about £1,700 available, and the idea is that we will use that to support local food growing projects in the form of grants, and to that end we updated the website to make clear what kind of support we're offering, and there's an application form there. So we're hoping that we'll be able to help other groups in the community to start food growing activities. Okay, that concludes the Chairman's report for the AGM March 2018. As I said at the beginning, if you want to look at the slides in more detail, you can go on the website and look at the PowerPoint presentation there. Thank you.